Hello and welcome to the Sparta Mayor Manager Show. I'm Mayor Wes Breniger, along with the Town Manager of Sparta, Mr. Brian Edwards. And Brian, it's been a rainy week here the last week or so, and a little bit of snow over the weekend. Yep. So winter is finally here.
Yes, it is, Mayor. And we've been really fortunate. We got a lot of work done on our Streetscape and waterline project over the last few weeks, and due to some a pretty decent weather through the month of January, but it looks like now we're getting into the winter time.
I'm excited to talk about Streetscape, and we'll do some of that here in just a few minutes. We want to bring the folks up to date on our last town council meeting. We had our fiscal year audit that was brought to us by Monty Pendry of Gibson and Company, and I'm just elated with the results that we have from our audit. Our crew, our staff there at the town, Peggy and yourself and all those that are involved, do an excellent job, and we got a thumbs up from the audit report.
We did. Thank you, Mayor. And yes, we certainly do appreciate the hard work Peggy and the staff there do in terms of the financing. We did get a very strong report, a clean audit report as reported by Monty Pendry. And he also advised the council that the town was in a strong financial position and was very complimentary of the work with Peggy and the staff that while he was doing the audit. So we appreciate that very much, and thank you too for your support.
And it's just been a good year for us financially, economically. We're doing good. A lot of improvements are going on in town. A lot of people are taking initiative to join in with the Streetscape and the water line replacement. And we and you were talking off the air before we got on here. You know, it's just going to be a few more weeks and we'll have this thing knocked out.
Well, be a few more weeks in terms of the phase one, what I would call water line replacement and the stormwater drainage. We had hoped to complete the stormwater drain this week, but based on the forecast, looks like we're in for some pretty heavy rain beginning this evening and through the rest of the week. So that'll push that back a few days. They are doing some paving today, some further patching on Main Street, which we appreciate. Our contractor, we've had a really good relationship and working well with our contractor and our engineers on getting this work done. The plan right now is to finish up on the storm drain project, and then probably button things down for the remainder of the month of February and March, with the plan to start back on the demolition of the road and sidewalks in April. So I'm having a meeting this afternoon with the contractor, and we'll be getting into the pretty significant details of their schedule beginning April 1 and how we're going to accomplish that. But one of the things, Mayor Breniger, that we've already given a fair amount of discussion and thought to is to close the road to the through traffic in portions. And first phase of that would be probably at the intersection and going north. So we would close the intersection and some portions of the road on Main Street North, do the complete demolition and renovation of that. It's going to make a lot more sense, and it's going to, number one, it's going to shorten the construction time, which all of the merchants that I have talked to have indicated that they would support these kinds of changes in order to get the project moving forward at a faster pace and wrap it up. So that I'll know more after the meeting today, and we can report on that at the next Mayor Manager show. But the plan right now is to start back in April. We'll close portions of the road, get the demolition done, get that work back in place, and hopefully wrap that portion of it up maybe in June, July kind of a time frame. And then we would basically be doing the finishing touches of milling down and resurfacing the road. And right now, September 1 is our target date to have everything complete, and we'll know more as we get into the work in April.
You know, I'd like to give all those guys that's out there another shout out. They really are working in all kinds of weather. Just for example, today it's raining and they're still out there trying to get some holes paved.
That's right.
For us. So
they are.
They're good crew there, and we know it's been inconvenient for a lot of our citizens here who have to drive up and down through there, but they really went out of their way to accommodate the traffic flow in town.
Yes, they have. Yeah, they've worked hard to keep the traffic moving and try to accommodate our merchants as best they can. We certainly recognize that there's significant disruption to these downtown businesses while we're going through this, but I do believe it will certainly be beneficial to them in the long run when this project is done. We've got the nice sidewalks, the pedestrian lighting, the crosswalks. It's going to be a very enjoyable situation for visitors and tourists to come downtown and shop with these local merchants, and it'll be worth it to us at that point in time.
So each day we grow closer and closer, but we will be taking a break for the winter time, as Brian had stated. So just be patient, folks. We're going to do the very best we can to get this thing done, but we want to do it right, and that's what we're all about. Is we don't want to have to come back later on down the road and dig it back up again.
That's right. Well, and I mentioned this at the last meeting, but all the waterline work is now basically complete, and we are very pleased with the results that we're seeing from that waterline work. The installation, all the tie-ins, the new service connections, everything seems to be working well. And it's actually to our benefit, I think, that we are going to take a little break here in the construction, because those water lines need a period of time to settle. And through the winter months and with the traffic there, when we get ready to do the final paving, if there are any issues with waterline leaks or any of those kinds of issues, we should have plenty of time to address those prior to putting the finishing touches on the work. So from that standpoint of it, I think it's been beneficial to us the way this has worked out.
And this also goes in with conjunction. We've finally got our Crestview booster pump up and running, and it's really doing a great job over there in Crestview.
Thank you for mentioning that. And yes, we are now into the very final stages of that, which we continue to report that we're winding this down. We're very fortunate. We had some money remaining in the grant, and the state has allowed us to apply that to a SCADA system, which is a monitoring system that will be installed, and that will monitor the pumps. It'll monitor the levels of water in the tanks. It will provide alerts if there's any kind of a disruption in service or any issue going on with the electronics. Our operators will receive an alarm on their iPad or on their phones, and they're able to respond to those kinds of situations much sooner. And actually, the SCADA system, in many cases, will pinpoint the exact location of the problem and what the alarm is about. So that was about a $16,000 addition, change order, but the money was there to cover that, and the state's approved it. So we're working quickly to get that next phase installed. And that, Mr. Mayor, will pretty well conclude all of the work on the Crestview project. But right now, I can say I've spoken to several of the residents over in the Green Acres area. They tell me that they're having no issues at all with pressure, quality of the water, and so we feel really good about that project.
That's the same. I've got the same feedback too from where I'm at. People are telling me that the pressure is better than it's ever been, and the water is, this is all, we're on the same water system now. No
That's
different
right.
wells or nothing like that. And that's just great. And I want to give a shout out to Andy Blevins. Andy has done a fantastic job coordinating all this. He monitors the water here at the plant, also at the, over there on the river. Just give him a big shout out.
Yeah, and he's doing a great job, and he brings a lot of interest and passion for the job. He looks for things improvements that we can make, and we really appreciate the effort that he provides to us.
You want to talk about some creative?
Well, yes, creative
placemaking.
As we get into some reorganizational designs with our chamber and our Sparta Revitalization Committee, there's an opportunity that's being kind of fostered by Blue Ridge Energy, Blue Ridge Electric, to look at an initiative called creative placemaking. And we believe this could tie in very well to our Streetscape project and give us the opportunity to leverage these improvements. This focuses on your downtown area and things that the town and the business owners and citizens can do to improve the business opportunity and economic development in the downtown area. So we're very early into this process of analyzing whether this is the right thing for us to do, but we believe that it will be based on early discussions that we've had, and also with the lead being taken by Blue Ridge Energy to fund a significant part of the initiative would make it very attractive for the town to join in and be a part of that process. So by next month, I should be able to give you more of an update on how that process is shaping up.
So we're excited about being part of this new creative look that we're trying to get a hold of here, and we're always looking for new ideas and approaches to try to bring people into our community. Yes,
we are. And I think to our downtown merchants and all the merchants in Sparta, the shopping centers as well as the downtown area, we've got a great a variety of merchants and storefronts and businesses, and particularly restaurants. So I think for a town our size, Sparta offers a lot, and we hear compliments very regularly from folks. And I think when the Streetscape project is completed, it's going to really be a nice boost for the downtown businesses.
Next month we have an upcoming joint meeting with the county commissioners. We'll be doing that in the county commissioners room.
Right.
We do this 2 to 3 times a year. So we'll be talking over some issues there and giving them the again another schedule on the Streetscape project and overall what Sparta has accomplished.
That's
what
right.
we're doing.
The joint meetings have been going on now for many years. I'm going to say 20 years plus, where the county commissioners and town council members meet on months where there's a 5th Monday. And in this most recent one coming up will be March the 30th. That'll be the 5th Monday in March, and that'll be at 6:30, I believe.
6:30.
6:30 p.m. down at the county building, and the county commissioners and town council will sit down together, and we'll have information and reports from both of those bodies about things that are going on. But certainly the Streetscape will be a big part of that discussion. I
really think it's very important that everybody is on the same page. Everybody knows everything that's going on with each other, because we are one town, one county.
That's right.
And everybody needs to be on the same page. So we look forward to those meetings. And I just want to say that, last month we were sitting here and we were predicting the Super Bowl, Brian, and me and you done a lot of sweating there for a little while.
We did.
The Chiefs finally come out, and my record of picking the winner here as mayor is still undefeated. So we're doing good.
Yes, we are. That was quite a game. I enjoyed it, and we picked the winner.
But I really want to give a shout out to our champions here that's local. And we had some high school wrestlers go to the conference tournament right there, done very well. And all 6 are trying to get into the state finals and from the regionals and all kinds of good stuff. Our elementary wrestling program has really kicked off and really done good. Those boys went to Concord, and we had a state champion come out of it. And so our wrestling program and our kids are really doing a good job there. I just want to give them a big shout out there. Allegheny Wrestling Program doing a great job.
Okay, thank you.
And we've got some other athletes out there. Our basketball team for the girls is doing good. So we look forward to seeing them playing on here in the tournaments coming up. And Brian, do you have anything else that you want to throw out there as far as event-wise or anything? Or?
No, Mr. Mayor, this time of year, not
slow right now.
Not a lot of events going on. We take a little break from that, but we do have a lot of things scheduled this coming year, and much of that's going to be moved to Krause Park. So we're just excited that we've got a facility that close to downtown where we can move as we need to for Main Street, that typically might be a Main Street event, move that right down to Krause Park, and we don't even miss a beat.
Maybe if we can get us a foot of snow or 2 foot of snow, we can open up a ski lodge out there at the fairgrounds out there and come skiing off that hill out there. But that's all good and dandy. And Brian, just want to give you another shout out. Thank you for all that you do for our town. You're constantly down there at the office or out and about checking on things, and I really appreciate that. Really the backbone of the town, and I really appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
For Brian Edwards, I'm Mayor Wes Bruniger. We hope to see you next time on Allegheny Community TV, as we thank Charlie Scott also for airing the Sparta Mayor Manager Show. Thank you, and God bless.